In today's lesson, we are going back to right triangles, which means we're going to be talking about our SOHCAHTOA again. So we're going to be looking at these ratios that correspond to sine, cosine, tangent around a right triangle. And then I am bringing in 3 new trig functions, and they are the reciprocal trig functions. So quick review, sine, cosine, tangent. So the sine of an angle measure is your opposite over hypotenuse. Cosine of your angle measure is adjacent side length over hypotenuse. And then tangent of your angle is equal to the opposite side length over adjacent side length. So now we're going to look at the reciprocal of sine, cosine, and tangent. So reciprocal you could think of as 1 over sine theta, which is called cosecant. And then reciprocal, you're also thinking about these ratios just being flipped. So it's hypotenuse over opposite. And then reciprocal of cosine is secant. And then we're going to flip the ratio, so it's hypotenuse over adjacent. And then the last one, 1 over tangent, is called, cotangent, which is adjacent over opposite. So in today's lesson, you'll be getting one trig function with its ratio, and then you're going to be finding the values of all of the other 5 remaining trig functions. Okay, so if I give you that cosine of an angle measure is 2 over 5, we're going to try to find the values of the other trig functions. So I'm going to start by drawing a triangle, and I always just draw the triangle the same way every time. I'm not worrying about drawing it properly other than it's just a right angle. And I pick one of the angles to call theta. So if cosine of theta is 2 over 5, that is adjacent over hypotenuse. So I'm going to have 2 and 5. So I need to find this by doing this side length by doing the Pythagorean theorem. So a squared plus 2 squared equals 5 squared. So that will be the square root of 21. Once you have all 3 sides of your triangle, you can write all of your ratios. So sine will be opposite square root of 21 over 5. And then tangent, square root of 21 over 2. And then for the reciprocal functions, we just need to flip our fraction. So I will have 5 over the square root of 21, and then rationalize your denominator, so it's 5 square roots of 21 over 21. 5 over 2, and then 2 over the square root of 21, which is 2 square roots of 21 over 21. So given this, we now know the values of all 6 trig functions. So same idea, just starting with a different ratio with a different trig function. So we have that tangent of an angle measure is 1/2. So I'm going to draw another right triangle, pick an angle, and the ratio of that angle is going to be 1 and 2, and then Pythagorean theorem to find the length of the hypotenuse. So C will be the square root of 5. Once you have all your side lengths, you're just writing your ratios. So sine is 1 over the square root of 5, which is the same as square root of 5 over 5. Cosine is 2 over the square root of 5, which is 2 square roots of 5 over 5. And then cosecant, when you're flipping it, easier to just flip this first one, so that's just square root of 5. Square root of 5 over 2, and 2. So not too bad. We're going to do one more where we're going to start with one of our reciprocal trig functions. So for the last example, we have cosecant of an angle measure equals 3. So cosecant, I always think of it as, okay, its partner is sine. It's the reciprocal of sine. And sine of your angle measure is SOHCAHTOA, opposite over hypotenuse. So then cosecant is hypotenuse over opposite. So in this case, 3 over 1. So the hypotenuse is 3, opposite is 1. 1 squared plus b squared equals 3 squared. So b is the square root of 8, which that can simplify to 2 square roots of 2. And now we can do the ratios. So sine of this angle is 1/3. Cosine, 2 square roots of 2 over 3. And then tangent, 1 over 2 square roots of 2. If I multiply top and bottom by the square root of 2, I'll have square root of 2 over 4. Secant, 3 over 2 square roots of 2, rationalize. So 3 square roots of 2 over 4. And then cotangent, 2 square roots of 2. So there's your full lesson on understanding the ratios of 6 of the trig functions, the original 3 and their reciprocals. Good luck with the lesson.